Hey, Shayla from Making Lemonade from Lemons, and I have Nick right here. He's going to be helping me today. We rotate chores during the week, and so generally, one person is doing cooking, the other one is doing dishes, another one is doing laundry, that kind of thing. And so this week and next week, he's going to be doing cooking. And so he's going to help me show you guys how to make a chicken enchilada casserole that we make here at home. It's really, really easy. And we're going to actually use some chicken that I canned instead of going through the whole process of boiling a chicken or whatever. So this is a way that's easy that you can use chicken that you have. If you've canned chicken, you can pull that out and you can use it, and it's really, really simple. So I'm going to turn you around. I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we have some butter in the pan. It's about 2 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to saute up some onions, and as you see, my family likes onions a lot, so we're going to saute up some onions. So Nick, go ahead and get those onions in the pot. Onions are really good for you, so we're just gonna cook those until they start to become translucent. And while we're waiting on those, we're gonna open up these cans over here. This is one of the things that I don't make myself. I don't make the green enchilada, the green chili enchilada sauce. I don't make that by myself. So I do buy this in the store. It's really good though. So Nick, grab the I don't know if you guys know this trick on how to open. Okay, that's the way most people don't do it. That's the way most people open up cans. All right? Okay. And Nick was just getting ready to open up a can like that. But that's actually not the only way you can open the can. You can lay it flat here. Nick, I can't do this one-handed. So you have to make sure that it clicks, and now he can start turning it. So I don't know if you guys know that you can take the top of the can off like this, and then you don't have to worry about the top part of the can going down into the sauce or whatever it is you're opening. See, just like that, it lifts right off. All right, so we're gonna get this after the onions are cooked up, because it's going to take a little bit for them to become translucent. We're going to stir it up and everything. Then we'll pour that in and let it cook a little bit with some garlic. But while we're waiting on that, Nick, go ahead and stir it real quick, and I'll show you how we're going to do the chicken. Okay, so here's the chicken, and we just need to remove the top. So can you remove the top? That's not gonna, nope. I'm not getting it. There you go. He just uses his fingers, but me not so much. Okay, so first things we're gonna do is we're gonna take this chicken out. And so you're probably gonna, yeah, see, even the bones are a little soft, so you're gonna need to get the fork and get that out. Okay, so all we want is we just want the meat. So I have 2 bowls here. I have a bowl over there, and I've got a bowl here, and we're going to put the skins and bones in one bowl, and just put it in that bowl. I'm going to put the skins and bones in one bowl, and then the bones and everything in another. So, but I want you to see how this just, see, it's just falling off of the chicken is just coming right out real quick, real easy. And so this is easier to do than just if you were to have, so you can just take this and that skin, it's really gelatinous. The broth that's inside it is really gelatinous. So you want to save that and use that. We're not going to use it for this specific recipe because, you know, we don't want all that broth in the chicken enchilada casserole because it'll be too juicy. But we just want to remove the skin, and we're going to put the chicken pieces in the bowl here. So Nick, go ahead and do that. And what we're going to do is we're going to get the chicken taken off of the bone here. And then after we get the chicken taken off of the bone, then we'll bring you back and show you how we do this. See, it just came off just like that. It was so easy. But we're going to save these bones, and we're going to save the broth, and we're going to save the skin, and we're going to make some bone broth from that. But right now we're just going to take the pieces of chicken, and that's all we're going to use right now. So we'll be right back. Okay, and so as you guys saw, we were taking the skins and the bones out of those jars, and there was some broth left over in those jars. And all I did was I took all of that, and I had another chicken carcass that I had that we had used. I had roasted Evan had roasted a chicken for us, and I picked off a good portion of the meat and everything, and so we just put that chicken carcass in, some carrots, some onions. I'm gonna put in some bay leaves and a little bit more herbs, and make some chicken broth, and that's what I did. So we just I say we, it's more like I don't like to I don't like to waste things. So so if I can use things, I will use it. And so that's what we did with that was left over, that was in the jars. And we'll be right back. Okay, so we have everything set up, and what we did was we went ahead and we cooked, well, Nick did. He put the green chili enchilada sauce in here, and he added a little bit of garlic powder, and then he mixed it in. He really wanted minced garlic, but we didn't have any more, so, and I didn't buy any more yesterday. So we used garlic powder, which is fine. It's fine as a substitute. So anyways, so what we're going to do now, the very first thing that we do, it's really super simple because you're just going to layer it. So Nick, show them what you're going to do.
Okay, so you guys are going to make like a thin layer on the, with your sauce that you made, okay? And if I do not spill it, you're going to try to make a thin layer on the bottom. That's what you're doing, okay?
Use a ladle, Nick. It might be easier than the spoon.
Okay, so if you have a spoon, switch to your ladle. Alright, and that's about how much all you need right there for just your very first thin layer, because it doesn't need to be thick or anything, just thin. So then that will cover the bottom, you know. So.
Do you know why we do that?
I never really knew. Never really thought about it.
Okay, so the reason that we do that is to keep the corn tortillas from sticking, because that's what you want to use. You want to use corn tortillas. After we So go ahead and put the corn tortillas down.
Usually for this size of a pan, which is, I don't know, like a 30 by something inch.
No, it's not. It's a 9 by 13.
Okay, well, there you go. It's a 9 by 13. You really want to go like 6, maybe?
Yeah, it's about 6.
So.
You know we're videoing, right? And you're over there calling the cat a little poop.
He was on the table.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All
I
right.
need to get him off there.
So now you want your chicken,
Alright.
right? And you don't want much, just, again, a nice... Well, it has to be thicker than the sauce, but not too thick, because you're gonna need it for the others.
So what is the chicken that we're using again?
Cool. Canned.
Canned?
It's canned.
Okay, but what is it? Like,
Grass-fed?
no. No, it is chicken thighs
Oh.
and
Cubes.
chicken breast chunks so it's like we used a whole chicken.
Yeah.
Or 2.
Alright, that's about all you want for right here.
Spread it out
So-
nice and evenly.
If I can.
Actually, put just a little bit more
Okay. Maybe that much, but whatever.
on the other side, yeah, right there. And a little bit right there in that corner.
We all like our meats.
Right.
Alright, and then I think if I remember it was cheese.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
This one you kind of want everywhere. You want it thick.
Especially if you like cheese. So the cheese that we're using is what kind?
It's Colby Jack.
It's Colby Jack cheese.
Yeah,
Now-
Mom can't have it.
Yeah, I can't have dairy because I'm severely lactose intolerant.
That's why she can't get a Dairy Queen.
Most people who are lactose intolerant can tolerate hard cheeses because there's very little lactose in those cheeses, but I cannot.
Yeah.
I cannot tolerate any kind of dairy whatsoever.
I'll just kind of bounce my hands here a little bit.
Yeah.
And then now we gotta repeat the process, basically. It's just
Mm-hmm.
that. You do it about 3 times.
So it's just sauce.
Sauce, tortilla, about, for this big of a pan, is 9 by 13 if I remember. Or 13 by 9. I don't
9,
know.
yeah, same thing. It's fine.
You want a thin layer of sauce, and the very first one, but the second time you do it, here, I'll show you. Remember, use the ladle. You want, this time it needs to be a bit thicker. So you kind of just like,
But you don't want it to be too thick because if you do,
it'll make your tortillas soggy.
it'll be soupy. But you want to use the corn tortillas instead of the flour tortillas, and part of the reason is because the corn tortillas, they soften up and they break and they cut easy and everything. The flour tortillas end up becoming they're basically like a wet uncooked noodle whenever you do it, and that's probably the best way that I can describe it, because they're a little bit tougher to cut. They're harder to anyways, it just isn't as appetizing. So go ahead and layer
Alright.
them.
But that's basically your first layer for everything. That's how you always do it for your very first layer. Now for this kind of pan, exactly, about 1 more layer and then the end. So
Yeah.
now we just put, now instead of like we did before, pretend like what we just put on the sauce goes to the pan. We just do this all over again. But instead of just leaving it like this and then putting chicken on top, you gotta put sauce on that now too.
No, you don't.
Oh really?
Yep.
I always put sauce.
That's one of the reasons it gets soupy.
Oh. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay, now with this, we are also going to have,
Tortilla chips?
well, we will have tortilla chips, but what are we going to have with it?
Oh.
Isaac yells from the other room, refried beans. And now, are they bought refried beans?
No.
Really? We're going to make our own?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Like we have been doing for the last...
Store.
Ever since... We haven't bought any refried beans since I learned how to make refried beans.
Disgusting. Store-bought.
Store-bought is definitely... homemade is definitely better than store-bought. Put a little bit more chicken. Because the only other chicken that we have to put on there is we just have to layer mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mom's like...
I get my own little...
Chicken. There.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that.
Mama gets her own.
Alright.
Yeah, I get my own little...
Cheese. Don't you love it when you get cheese, huh?
Mom can have
I get my own little dish of enchilada casserole because
Mom, she can have the good cheese.
it's
And
alright.
that's why Bella is like, ew, get
Yeah,
the
she
cheese.
won't... My dog won't eat the dairy-free cheese. She
That's
won't
it
eat
for that
it.
bowl.
Get that crap away from me.
Yeah.
I don't like that. And as you see, he's been overflowing the cheese.
It's alright. Alright.
Round 3.
So then, this is the last layer. So what do you do on the last layer, Nick?
Again, like you did before, put sauce on the cheese. I just want to do it again, all over.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I can't trust myself, but I'm going to be spilling all over the counter. That's
There's
about
a
all you
little
want.
bit right here in this corner.
Okay. Yep, alright. Then you want to go tortilla. And now, instead of chicken on this time, you're not going to pay attention to the chicken. No chicken this time. Alright, it's just tortilla, sauce, and then tortilla. Now,
It's tortilla, sauce, and cheese.
yes, tortilla, sauce, then cheese. Alright. Kind of pack it down just a tiny bit. Make sure it's, not going to overrun. And then more sauce. This time.
But on this, you really don't need a real thick layer of sauce. You just need enough that you can take
it'll
the
just cover.
spoon to spread it out over top like that, so that it gets on all parts of the tortilla. If you don't get a part of the tortilla with the sauce, then it can become hard and crunchy, which is not a big deal if you don't mind it.
Yeah.
Um,
We obviously don't mind it.
my husband likes the hard crunchy, so it doesn't really matter. And then
And then cheese.
layer the top with cheese,
And then you're done. Basically.
and then you put it in the oven 350 we cover it
Yes.
and put it in the oven for about an hour.
This is basically all you
It's
do.
because all you're really wanting to do is you're wanting it to get cooked all the way through, and for the cheese to melt.
Yeah.
Because everything else is already cooked. The chicken is already cooked and everything, so you're just wanting it to get all nice and bubbly. And then
Bubbly.
yes, the cheese bubbly. Yes, it's nummies. So the thing is, he'll do the same thing with my little dish over there, except instead of using regular cheese, I'll be using the dairy-free cheese,
Yeah.
which is not exactly the same, but it gives me I guess it hits my cravings. So that's what it looks like before it goes in. We'll just cover it and put it in the oven. And so once it's done, we'll bring you back and we'll show you what it looks like when it's cut. Okay, so that is what it comes out to look like whenever it comes out of the oven. And then we've got our
Refried beans.
refried beans. Nick, you didn't mush them up real good, but that's okay.
I told you, Nick.
It could have been mushed a little bit more. And then we've got some rice to go with it.
Mexican.
Anyways, so thanks so much for spending time with us today, and hope you enjoy the recipe. If you like it, click like, subscribe, share it with someone, a friend. And like I said, this was from the canned chicken from my pantry. And what I plan on doing is I plan on trying to put out a video using the canned foods that I use from my pantry once a week, if at all possible. So anyways, we'll see you soon.